We're back here at the Downtown Dream 2.0.
No longer in the basement.
Oh,
We upgraded.
Have we emerged from the underground?
Yeah, we're coming out in full swing.
I think that's a metaphor.
Like for golf? Oh, no.
For just where
not
we're
the
at.
full swing part? The first part?
Before that.
Okay.
Actually, all of the above. Oh, and we got someone on. We have Michael over here. Look at, he's already laughing.
Whoa, yeah, I'm giggling.
He's giggling and having convo on the side. Michael, the fun part about this podcast is that you just get to say what you think.
Well,
Yeah.
lovely.
True.
First time in my life.
Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna come back and introduce Michael. We got to finish off what you started here. Go ahead, keep going.
Wait, what are we?
I don't know.
About
Keep going.
About the golf?
Yeah, full swing metaphor.
Full
You're
swing. No,
getting
I
weird.
thought you were talking about the underground metaphor.
Yeah, that's the one I was referring to.
Okay, let's go back to that metaphor.
Okay. We're emerging from the underground.
Yeah. Like the pharaoh. No. I don't know.
Okay. Well, either way, if we're leaving the underground, I just want to make sure we're not going mainstream.
Some would say mainstream just because of, I don't know, the amount of eyes, but we're not associated with the mainstream.
Do
Does
you
that make
guys
sense?
feel like right now there is a mainstream that's not mainstream?
Yeah.
That is being created?
We're trendsetters.
Trailblazers.
Trailblazers.
Trendsetters, trailblazers.
Yeah.
Put a hat in your feather.
Yeah.
What?
Like what Nirvana was in 1995.
Who's
we are now.
Nirvana?
Oh!
Okay, so back
I'm just
years
kidding, I
before
know.
you were born.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we
Did
are.
you guys, speaking of Nirvana, the cover that
I'm
has...
feeling Nirvana right now. Too,
I'm
by the
feeling
way.
that too.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing?
That's that's the best
Is
feeling.
it
It is
because
the
you're
best
looking at me
feeling.
right now? Sitting across from me right
I've
now?
been looking at Blake since he started talking.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that the cover of Nirvana, the little baby, they tried to sue Nirvana recently?
They sued Nirvana. They
Who,
sued
the
Nirvana and they
baby
won a
did?
lot of
It's
money.
because it had the baby's genitalia.
Yeah.
That
It's
makes
the-
sense
in
to
the
me.
pool.
at
Well,
least.
yeah, but he wanted the kid, who's now
An
older than
adult.
we are.
Yeah.
Oh.
He wanted the money. It was one of the highest selling albums
I would
of
want the
the
money,
90s.
too.
Yeah.
And he's like, I want my money.
I'm with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know if the parents got paid at least?
I don't know.
Or how that
Sure,
worked
but-
out?
First of all, how does that conversation even start with
Yeah.
the parents back in, like,
Excuse me, sir. We would like to.
We're going to water plunge your...
we're going to drop your child who no way can swim. It's
Yeah.
an infant.
It's actually critical that he doesn't know how to
Yes,
swim.
exactly. We're just going to, and the kids just flopped entirely out. It's actually a perfectly timed picture.
Yeah. High level.
That was like an action shot, you know?
Because that was an action shot. We got Caleb here, some videographer. That was probably an action shot and not, like, they didn't design that, right? Like, that was an action shot, naked baby in the water. Okay. Okay, that's fair.
All right.
Mitchell.
Mitchell? Yeah, you beat me to it. Mitchell.
Anyway, so what were we on?
The
Golf.
full swing golf.
Oh,
Yeah.
full swing underground.
Yeah.
I'm not going to touch on the full swing because was
Yeah.
good on,
that's- yeah.
I was
No, I'm with you.
I'm good off that.
I just wasn't sure.
I was referring to the
yeah,
underground.
I agree.
Anyway, we got a guest here with us. Who do we got here today?
Do I introduce myself?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
That's-
You want me to?
I want Michael to go last.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm glad that you said that. Thanks, Mike. I want you to introduce him,
Okay.
Reese, and then I want you to follow up,
Okay.
and then I'll go, and then I'll go back to you.
All right. So I'm introducing Michael.
You're starting it.
Okay.
You're starting the intro.
I gotta channel my like UFC voice. Did they do the in
It's
this
time.
corner? It's time for.
That's terrible. That's atrociously bad.
Well, I'm just gonna. All I'm gonna say is he looks like Canelo
Thank you.
Alvarez.
Okay, the first time you said it, I was no.
Yeah, but looks just
But
like him.
you literally say that right now, and I don't know if it's because the seed had been planted and now there's water going on it.
Yeah.
I see it a little
It's
bit.
full grown, I would say, at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Share
a
you know,
tree, bro.
you could be that Spaniard.
Yeah.
Look,
Yes. Yes, that Spaniard.
From
but
Spain?
you're not
Spain,
a
yes.
dot of Spaniard, right?
No, not at
No.
all. I'm
Are you
Irish.
Scottish?
I'm very Irish.
Oh, Irish.
No,
Irish,
very
Scottish.
pale. I'm
Yeah,
I'm
and
very
that's
pale.
where the reddish
I'm
tint come in.
frail. That's, yeah.
I'm actually really glad because you have a pretty thorough Spaniard next to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one?
His
Oh, yeah.
name is Caballero.
Yeah. I can't even pronounce that.
We've said it a lot on the show.
Sounds spicy.
Caballero. Yeah.
Yeah.
How has that been for you, Lewis, being Spanish and not Mexican?
Oh well.
What?
Some privilege. No, I'm just
I'm
kidding.
glad you can accept that. I'm glad you can
We're
accept
just
that.
kicking off here.
Oh, frick!
Yeah,
All right,
here we
keep going.
go.
Yeah, this is good. I told you guys what you were getting into before we went live today.
No, I love it.
Okay.
I love
It's been good. It's we're a small pool. So
What were the boats like?
What boats?
The boats.
Oh,
the
man.
Nina, the Penta, and the Santa Maria.
I wasn't alive at that time, Reese.
Oh.
It's
Yeah,
like
sure.
we toe the line of if we're being appropriate or not.
Well, Maria's
and then
gone.
Reese says something that drives it to the side that
Oh,
would probably
far-
be more racist.
Yeah, absolutely. You're sounding
on,
like my
it's-
grandfather.
We're
Hold
towing
on.
the line.
Hold
We're
on
towing
here.
the
You're
line.
sounding like
Question.
my grandfather.
Question.
We're towing the line, and there's almost a dance to it.
Yeah.
And I bounce back and
It's
forth
like
on it all the time.
It's like
and then
you're
I'll do a
tap
little,
dancing.
Yeah, but then you come out.
All
and
I
you're like
did
on
was
one
ask him
side,
how the
and you're
boat
like, hey,
was.
how about this?
I didn't say like.
Well, it's kind of like the time where he was like, "I just want to clarify. I do believe in women voting." Remember?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I said it about 6 times. But I literally just asked, how's the boat? How is that racist?
Which boat?
Which boat? Yeah.
I wasn't saying you were a slave. I was saying like.
Oh,
I
God.
wasn't
The bo-
alive at the time.
I don't know. I'm just. Anyway, whatever.
And then you elaborate on the question, and it drives it home.
Listen, if you're gonna do it as far as you can. You know.
Here's what we know. Reese may be a bigot. And two,
I don't hate anybody. I don't look down. I wasn't like. I was just.
you need to take a social studies class pronto.
I don't believe in school, so that's fine.
All right.
It shows.
Which makes sense,
your
honestly.
ignorance is showing.
Yeah.
I'm
Ignorance
hot,
is bliss.
and I'm
Ignorance
sweaty.
is bliss.
Yeah. It is
Yeah.
warm in here.
I'm laughing. I'm having fun.
Short of
It's
breath.
Friday afternoon. I'm out of breath.
Yeah.
I get to go to Chili's with my family in a little bit
sick.
for dinner. Our Friday evening ritual.
Yeah.
What we started. Hit that Chili's. Pick up the kids from daycare. Hit that Chili's.
Yeah.
Get weird.
Yeah.
Baby back ribs.
Baby back
Chili's is
ribs.
baby back. That's not the first time I've said that on the show too.
That is
No, it's not.
Because we've had a whole section dedicated to appetizers.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
That's true. I forgot
Wow.
about that. That was a long time ago. Good times.
It is good times. It is good times. Anyway, Reese, weren't you going to introduce someone?
I did. I already started, and that was Elise's turn.
All right. Well,
All you literally
Can
said
I
was that
continue?
he looked like
Hold
Canelo,
on. I
and
know.
then
I
we
have
went
more
on.
to
Yeah,
add.
that was a terrible introduction.
I have more to add.
Okay.
He is the top-selling realtor in SLO County.
I like that.
Might even be the state close to there. Maybe. That's all I have.
alrighty. We have Michael here in the room.
Yes.
The wine connoisseur, cigar connoisseur, looks like Canelo. Actually, Russell Peters, when we were in Vegas, said,
Yeah.
"Hey, I thought Canelo sent me a drink, but it's Michael."
Oh.
That's yeah.
Weighing in at about how much do you weigh, Michael?
What about $1.82?
$1.82. Top seller.
Yeah.
And
Just
loves
seller.
Tulare. Actually, we were having a conversation about him
Yeah.
moving to Tulare.
Oh.
So
I'm
yeah.
thinking about it.
It's an honest place with some honest people.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you just saw it walk by our window, but you can't get that anywhere else.
No, you can't. You certainly
Tulare
can't.
is one of the rare places that we don't have a zoo, yet you could visit several places and actually be considered in one. It's a wild thing. It's recommended at some of these places that you do not feed them. There's very strict rules. And there is a chance if you put your hand where it's not supposed to, it's going to get bit by something that you probably don't want it bitten by. So just want to throw that out there. Tulare's not all that far off from a lot of really, really cool places. One of the coolest places I've ever been.
Some say it's better than the Fresno Zoo.
I was kidding. Yeah.
Does Fresno have a zoo?
Yeah, chaffy, bro.
Dude.
It's called that Fresno chaff.
Chaffy. Because you get some
And
chaff.
if you spend the
you go on
summer
a
there,
hot
you get that
day,
Fresno
you get
chaff
that
too,
chaff.
differently. So, mostly talking about groin chaff.
Yeah.
When your legs rub together and then there's just some red irritation near your groin. And that leads us to our first sponsor. Thank you.
Johnson & Johnson baby powder.
Not sponsored.
Johnson & Johnson
A
for
family
providing
company.
all of the solutions for your Fresno chaff.
Not sponsored.
Johnson & Johnson. What's their tagline?
A family company.
A family company.
That's incredible.
Good one, BlackRock.
Dang.
You got us there.
You beat us on that one. Oh, your companies. Love it. All right. So now it's on me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Me and Michael go way back.
Mm-hmm.
So we go back to the Keller Williams days of 2017, 18.
Yes.
Both.
Both of them.
And it was pretty much just me and you in the office.
Yeah.
We had a couple other cool peeps that we hung with.
Yeah.
I watched a video with Joseph Kelmus,
Yeah.
and I was like, I love that guy.
He's a
Like,
good guy.
just a good dude,
Yeah.
you know?
How did he smell? He smell good?
Sometimes. Overall. He was
Never smelled bad.
Yeah,
I remember. Not like memorably bad.
no. Good friend, good
It's a
dude.
good question.
Love the Lord, you know?
Yes, he did.
Does.
Still with us.
He's still okay. I was like, oh dear, this is gonna take a turn. So he's still here.
I got some news. Yeah.
Okay.
He's still with us.
Love that guy.
Yeah.
What was his favorite color?
Purple.
Yeah.
Purple.
Royal,
You know that for
baby.
sure?
Yes. He wore purple a lot, and he was bold.
He was bold.
Bald or bold?
Bold.
Both.
Both. He was losing his hair, like me.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
bold.
Anyway, so we'd hang out in Paso. I mean, the average age of a realtor in San Luis Obispo County is what?
67.
Okay. Yeah. And
It's not, but
It's not,
it
but
feels
it's
like,
somewhere.
especially in North County.
it's probably
it's up there.
close to 50.
It is
something.
probably close to 50 something. North County specifically, for
Yeah.
sure, in the 50s.
Yeah. So me and Michael are just a couple of younger dudes trying to figure real estate out, and in an office of relatively outdated stuff,
Mhm.
but working for a company that was still forward thinking. So we we're trying our best like to hang on.
Yeah.
And I think Michael is one of the few people that we could just hang out and it was okay. Like we could be
Yeah.
at any company.
Yeah.
And it didn't really matter at that particular point. Like we were just going to do what we were going to do. We were going to walk to a coffee shop at noon, have a good talk, come back, do this, do that, maybe go to the house. We filmed some stuff
We filmed
ourselves.
stuff at the house.
I have a video of me and Michael doing what would be almost a podcast before podcasts were even really.
We would do like 10 to 12 minute things on Fridays, and we would do
Yes.
Hawaiian Fridays. We'd wear Hawaiian shirts. We were
Yes.
big on that. And
That's where
we would talk about highlights of the week, things we're working on, blah, blah. But yeah, it
Yes.
would be like 10 to 12 minutes. Throw it on Facebook, get some good views.
Yeah.
And then we go to the coffee shop,
Yeah.
do
Spearhead?
it again in the Spearhead.
Yeah.
Spearhead Coffee, shout out.
Yes.
Yeah, consistently. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fire.
dude.
Yeah.
It was like
Innocent times.
such a time of discovery.
It was definitely.
Like,
Definitely.
it's funny.
We were so stupid.
I'm 32 now, going on 13, and I was probably 7.
Yeah.
Right around that time is how I felt.
Yeah.
Like I was a kid and I knew how to get dressed. I knew I needed to brush my teeth every morning, but I only did sometimes. That was my life at that time, but I was trying.
Yeah.
And I think Michael's in the same boat.
Yeah.
We were just freaking trying.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times in life for me, I don't even feel like I'm on day 0 still. I'm 32, but knowing what I know now, I feel like my life's barely getting ready to start.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to introduce you in that way because I've gotten to watch you grow up in like ways that exceed even what I've been able to do, but then get to see you just be you too and get to be really cool with it.
Yeah.
And that's everything that we've been about here. And so being able to watch you from a distance has fed me when times you don't even realize it.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to let you know that you've been an encouragement to me, dude.
Yeah.
You never gave up when you wanted to. I watched you and I know you watched me and we feed off each other that way, dude.
Absolutely.
But Michael's my brother. Consider him, he's closer than a friend. We've been through more than that. And I think it's just really cool that we're coming back full circle because I've wrestled with God about why he sent me to Paso. It's like, that was a miserable time for me, dude.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to even pay my bills making the team leaders'
Yeah.
wages.
Yeah.
Yet I had to give up selling
Yeah.
for the most part. and freshly married, figuring out what the frick that looks like. And it's moments like this where God doesn't waste a freaking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Even when we think we're wasteful, when we're inefficient, when we're out of line, he sees the greater thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm so grateful that God sent me to Paso, but more than the location, I'm just thankful that I got to get to know you through it and that we get to be here today because of that. That's the bigger stuff that I see God do in real estate that keeps me in real estate. And the stuff that I get to be alongside you now and be excited about.
Yeah.
And I think the Avengers are assembling.
Let's get into it.
So hold on. That's the introduction. We're going to come back to the
I know.
Avengers.
I am not going to actually talk about the movie Avengers.
Okay.
Well, let's introduce Michael, and then I'll say my thought.
Without further ado, Michael Massey, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Love you, boys.
Love you, dude.
Love you.
Love you, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
That was really beautiful.
That was very beautiful. I'm like, save it for my funeral. We all come into each other's lives at different times, and sometimes leave but come back. But yeah, everything's always for a reason, for a different season and this and that. Yeah, but yeah, even though that 9 months, 6 months, how long were you there for?
About a year.
A year?
Yeah, just under a year with
yeah.
Micah.
There's times, we've probably all been there in our lives. Just you're like, what was that last 6 months or 12 months or this and that? But it's there to teach you.
Yes.
So yeah, but yeah, love you, buddy.
I love you too, man.
Yeah.
Love you so much, dude. It's
Yeah.
I say that because it's easier for someone from Tulare to be like, yeah, I'm driving to Paso for the day. It's harder for someone from Paso to be like, yeah, I'm driving to Tulare today. Michael probably didn't even tell any of his family or friends because they'd be worried about him. No one knows.
That's accurate. No one knows. That's accurate.
I know how it goes.
Yeah. Can I say a lyric? I know we're not Lyrical Royale yet, but can I just say something real quick?
I think if we're gonna switch topics into it,
it has something to do with what you just said.
Go.
It's relating. It's from a Justin Bieber song.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you're not using it.
It's been used. I think it's been used before, but I know it from a Justin Bieber song. But it's some people come in your life for a reason. Some people come in your life for a season. Baby, you are a lifetime.
I appreciate it. Probably a little more intimate than what I was going for. I love you, dude.
That's fair. Yeah. Incredibly intimate. But yeah, no, I appreciate that.
Just how I roll.
Yeah. Yeah,
dude.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Well, I think I already turned it over to you, huh? So was it back on Reese now?
Yeah.
What?
You just want to interject with that lyric and then.
Oh no, I had something before that, but I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
It was about Avengers, right?
Yeah.
Avengers are assembling. I don't remember what it was.
All right. With that being said, Justin Bieber's going to kick us off into the Lyrical Royale.
If you want to go first.
I can go
Okay.
off. I just a heads up. I'm coming in swinging.
All right, go for it.
All right. What's the latest trend? I don't have a clue. I don't follow them. They just follow me.
Expecting a rhyme at the end.
There is. I think it carries.
was another
on.
one, huh?
I think it. Yeah.
My brain's going to be bothered until you finish that.
Keep them on the edge. It's like a whole. Like it's a pretty long.
So does that last word on the one you said, does that ever hit a rhyme? Read it again.
Hold on. Let me find it. Oh, frick, that's the wrong song. Hold on. I don't know what it is. Oh, frick.
Okay.
You figure.
All right, who's next?
Yeah. Someone else go.
I'll go next.
Let's do it.
All right. I feel like this one kind of just describes the whole group here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to try my best to say it very seriously.
Ooh.
Oh, whoa.
Street ninjas. Ninjas is a substitute word for those who don't understand. Street ninjas in a tuxedo. We the mob.
Dude, we need shirts now. That's unbelievable. Oh my goodness.
That was really. That was really good.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, rest in peace, Young Dolph.
Rest in peace.
Man, rip.
We're
Lost too soon.
tuxedos. What was the?
So
We're tuxedo penguins?
No.
No.
So it goes. Let me.
Street ninjas.
Yeah, street ninjas
tuxedos?
In tuxedos. We the Mob.
We the Mob.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's funny.
From the underground.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I was talking about the Mob recently.
Yeah.
La Cosa Nostra.
Yeah. It's fun stuff.
Yeah.
It is. It's wild stuff.
Mob ties.
You want to know what is funny? Speaking of the Mob,
What? Tell me.
I feel like we are the Mob,
Yeah.
Lewis thinks so.
but like we're the opposite of what it is.
Like the Avengers, would you say?
Oh, okay. I don't know. Would we, Reese?
Yeah. It's like you know how everyone has like their little solo movies? It's like we all had like our solo movie, and like Michael and Blake, like you had a solo movie like off in another place, but then like the circles are like they're coming together to assemble.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like when you guys were having that conversation. Like
That's
Yes.
insane, but yeah.
yeah.
I
know
agree.
how in the first phase 1 that you just watched,
Yes.
and like there's like the main ones, but then like Black Widow and Hawkeye like come in on like other movies, but then they're also Avengers, and then shit, you know?
Yep, I do.
It's like a pairing movie.
I know exactly what you're going for, and I
Yeah.
think I have since you started talking.
Yeah.
But what I did was I let you keep talking, and then I just kept going,
Oh.
and that was it.
Yeah.
That was it. Oh, here they are in my sock. Put your seatbelt on.
Can you just do that one more time?
Oh, here they are in my sock. Put your seatbelt on, because there's hella cops parked up the block.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, I got you on that one, huh? That phase 1 and then the phase 2, baby.
What's that song?
It kind of reminds me of that Fresno.
That's
Chaff.
from I Got 5 on It.
Really?
I got 5 on it.
Boom, boom, boom.
So there it is. All right, who do we got next?
It's either sadness or euphoria.
That's that
Deeper turn. Yeah, that's,
Okay.
that's
That was pretty heavy.
it's very happy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Gives you something to think about right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a great
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's a good
way to
one.
look at life.
Yeah.
You know, to figure out
That
which
song
one.
was about. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I love that song.
What song is it?
It's Summer Highland Falls by Billy Joel.
Oh, honest.
He wrote it about he was manic depressive. He is manic depressive, and this song, and watch it on Howard Stern how he breaks it down. The way he plays it, he's like the entire song is manic depressive. How he plays the piano is sad yet happy, and the entire song itself is sad yet happy, and it's incredible. It's just
Would you say that some of the best are manic depressive?
I'd say the best are.
Why is that, Michael?
It's a level of I would go with, and Reese and I talked about this earlier. So Daniel Day-Lewis, in my opinion, is the greatest actor to ever live. Creative genius, brilliant. And he talked about creativity as being the greatest pain on earth to those who are very creative. It's the greatest suffering you can go through, but nothing wields the highest reward
Amen.
than dealing with that. And so that's how yeah. And so, but yeah, like Billy Joel, it's those who are great in everything. Jordan, Kobe, Brady, Billy Joel, Bruce Springsteen, just whatever, name it. Steve Jobs, Elon Musk. They are in misery doing what they do, but it's the greatest reward to do it. Yeah.
Whoa. Isn't that a trip?
Yep.
Yeah.
Does anyone understand that?
Yeah. Makes sense.
How does it make sense?
Because, like, when you're at that level, I feel like there's almost, like, outside of the competitiveness and performance that they have to do, there's so much pressure even before that, like, on you don't have a lot of room to mess up. Because,
So,
well,
do you
and
think
by
they're
mess
manic
up-
depressive because of stress?
I think it's because they're misunderstood.
I think it's I don't think it's a stress they put on themselves. Everyone should go watch The Swamp that just came out on Netflix about the Florida national championship teams at the end of 2000, Tim Tebow. But Urban Meyer, the head coach, he's just miserable. And they win the national championship in 2006, and he tells his dad, he's sitting in the arena afterwards with his dad saying, we did it. Now this can just be fun for the rest of my career. It can just be fun. I finally did it. And then he said, I was never more wrong about anything. And then he steps down in 2009, pretty much after having a mental breakdown and a heart attack just due to the pressure that he's on. And just hearing him, but talk about, it's like, I would need to take 2 Ambien and drink 2 beers before bed just to get 4 hours of sleep. Wow. He's like, I can't sleep. He's all like, the pressure's on me, this and that. I'm overthinking everything. I always thought we were terrible and we didn't deserve to be anywhere. And yet here they are going, undefeated, winning national championships, this and that. But it's a level and a determination of just being better. And I view it like when Kobe won his first title. Yeah. He's in the locker room 15 minutes after winning the championship. He's got champagne on him. He's holding the trophy. And as he said, the only thing I can think about is what's next. What's next? Like, when you're a champion, you're only a champion in that. Phil Jackson said it, who was Kobe's coach. You're only a champion in the moment you're a champion. That's it. Not the day before, not the day after. No one cares about what you did yesterday. You're only a champion in the moment. But also, you need to be in love and obsessed with the journey. Yeah. Always. So that's it. Yeah. Those people are obsessed with the journey of becoming better. Yeah. And pushing themselves.
Well, do you remember the question I asked you yesterday? Have you ever thought about, like, because we're going to be successful, there's no question about it, but have you guys ever thought about, like, we're all in real estate, we all live with being uncomfortable, right? Yeah. So, like, the minute that we feel comfortable, how's that going to look like? Like,
we're not going to be...
It's almost miserable.
Do you say the moment we feel comfortable?
Yeah, like, because we're in real estate, we're always feeling uncomfortable, but that's where we live.
Well, yeah, and it's one of those things, like, what we all want in 5 years, 5 years from now is going to be completely different from what we're going to want 5 years after that, and so on and so forth. And that's always going to be changing. And so, another basketball quote. Steve Nash, he won back-to-back MVPs, and he was asked, how? How do you do it? He's all like, you need to get to a place to where you're comfortable being constantly uncomfortable and just pushing yourself. But you just need to, and I view it as like the most rewarding things in life are doing the most uncomfortable things. Mm-hmm. There's a cute girl you want to ask out. You got those butterfly feelings. Just go do that. Yeah. Like, if something scares you, lean into that because it's going to be the most rewarding thing. It's going to build incredible confidence. Yeah. But the things that scare the crap out of you, just take that jump and do that.
And I think too, it also plays into that, what you just said. You were talking about it today at lunch when you said, I'll pay whatever I have to do to spend time with my kids. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like, I think that comes into play too, of like when you reach that point, because if you have nothing to be uncomfortable for, then you're going to be like, once you get to that point where you're comfortable, quote unquote, because what is comfort really? Yeah. But quote unquote comfortable, if you don't have that you are wanting to spend every moment with your kids or whatever it is, then you'll be miserable. But I think that I would say, and I don't know because I'm not there yet, but like there's comfort in that. That makes sense.
It absolutely does make sense. And all of this is reminding me, I don't know the exact, I feel like I just read this, but it's about goals because we get into business and we all have certain goals. But what I found is that it said something like successful people who hit their goals typically die because they realize they never had purpose. And so a lot of the questions that I ask you guys when I get into real estate stuff, it's like, if it's good or bad, comfortable, uncomfortable, might be a moot point to, is it helping you discover your purpose? Mm-hmm. Because our goals will only help us discover so much. Yeah. And a lot of times our goals, if they're not somehow pointing us to a sense of purpose, that goal might not be the best one for a season where you're struggling. Yes. Yeah. Or whatever. And I had to realize, because we're taught all the stuff in business, set goals. And then I started challenging some of the fundamentals of business because of the psychology being off. Business fundamentals are true when they're in alignment with the psychology and the effects of it. And that whole conversation being done together. And we don't do that when we talk about goals because we're so pumped about just the goals. We miss it. What if we hit it? What if we don't hit it?
Well, and so often we set goals based off what other people want. Like you and I had a really good conversation yesterday about where we're at right now. And it's like, I came to the realization of what my goals are because of where I'm at. Do you remember what I'm talking about? So like, if we set goals based on like what everyone else is setting their goals, then that has nothing to do with us. Like if Michael talks about how he wants something and then I'm like, oh, that sounds cool, I'll make it a goal to have that too, but that's not for me.
Right.
You know, you also need to make your goals based on what you're pursuing.
Well, and making sure your goals are admirable.
Yeah. Why are you pursuing those goals? That's the most important thing. How much is in our industry is just materialistic BS. Those are the most miserable people on earth. Yeah. Like you shouldn't want a car or that type of house or make this. And that's for that. You're going to be empty as could be.
That's really, in my opinion, still an intangible wealth.
Yeah.
Even what we have is temporary.
Yeah.
And like, I'm understanding that more and more, but even if I did own 100 houses, I don't really own 100 houses. The way the whole system is set up, we don't really own a ton of anything. Now, doesn't mean that I'm not pursuing houses and residual, but it did make, like, why am I putting this on such a big stage that could be so easily taken out from under me or from anyone?
Yeah.
And so I love freaking goals, but if my goals, if I accomplish them, if I know it's going to impact something greater, like hearing that story terrifies me about that coach. Those are the stories that terrify me because he at some point made the goal his God.
Yeah.
And then when he got his God, he was so disappointed in it.
Yeah.
And every one of us have gods. We call them idols. And paganism literally referred to gods, but we all do, and we worship them. Business, we worship it. And so I'm trying to pursue a healthy relationship with myself and God, and recognizing that a lot of what I've learned to be fundamental truth in business is counterintuitive to me as a human being living a healthy, joyful life. And so is there a place for business in it? Yeah. The changing of the guard that I was talking about, I believe is responsible for making business responsible again, like in a good, healthy way. When I say business responsible, I'm not talking about the consumer itself. Yes, we need to be responsible for the consumer, but business needs to be held accountable to its own people within itself that want to be around each other and actually be healthy and go home and do and be good things. Why do we hate corporations and businesses so much? I think is not only because the money greed, it's because these people then go home to wreckage. They leave every good part of them at that corporation and have nothing left to bring back home. That's fundamentally flawed. That's creating what we have right now and changing of the guard that says this is bullcrap. We bought into systems, programs, and things that are crap that lead us to death and destruction, literally. And I know because I've wanted to die and I've wanted to be destroyed. Some days I still wish I'd just rather not be here. It's that hard and heavy. And I know some of you guys, and here all you guys know what that's like for a season. But no one in business is coming to the board meeting and saying, hey, why? Mostly because the people that are there are so damn scared of speaking up and even being who they are at that point. They've lost them. The soul's been sold by the time you make it to the boardroom. So at some point, people have to start creating things that don't involve the boardroom that is right now. And I don't know what that looks like, but I feel like we're all here to be a part of that. I think real estate is one of the most biggest vessels to do it because of the market cap and how inefficient it currently is ran. To me, it's the only thing left in the business industry that is left to the Wild West. Stocks and all of that stuff, just like real estate, is so heavily scrutinized and everything else compared to real estate. It's coming though. And I'm like, how can we be in the front of this and almost have it be a model? To me, real estate has been a model for everything false and wrong in business, the flashy and all of that stuff. But what if that got flipped on its head? What if the real estate agents and the entrepreneurs that was involved in real estate became the most humble people? Even more humble than a W-2 employee that works for the government and the state because now they're getting fed something else. The entrepreneur decided to figure it out. The bigger thing, the greater thing, turn the system upside down, or dang it, be willing to fight against it. That's why I love entrepreneurs. You are fighting against something bigger. And in the process, you get to discover who you are.
Yeah.
That's my story. That's, I think, a lot of our stories here. And there's a bunch more people out there that have this side of the story that haven't been able to speak about it. I'm blessed. I'm in real estate. We get to talk openly about this. This is our office here. This is, like essentially like our own little world.
Yeah.
What we have here, you don't get to have in other places. But man, imagine if you did. What would it look like? What would dynamics look like? What would family, even relationships with kids look like? We talk about solving all these big problems. They want to blame business. If we fix business and make it right, it will be the tool that can do it. It helped be a big part of it. And so while they kill small business and entrepreneurs, it's like, no, you have to fight extra hard right now because you're going to win. You will win, but you're going to have to go through death. It will feel like physical death, and up here it will feel like death because you're going against the current. Everyone's going to make you feel like you're crazy for it. What is your pain tolerance to being misunderstood is a question that I would ask leaders right now. And if you think it's high and you're struggling right now, like I thought my pain tolerance was getting high for being misunderstood, and then I went through a tough week this week, and I'm like, crap, maybe not. It's like, no, you just need to keep climbing. You're not done yet. Keep climbing.
Yeah.
So I want to ask that question to you guys. What did it look like, or what does it look like right now for you in your mind and all the negativity? I know we talked a little bit about it at lunch, but I'd like to bring it up. It's a rough time in our, just to be an entrepreneur. Real estate, yes, but just in general, just to get by.
Yeah.
How do we be pillars of good and optimism when we still want to be true and congruent to who we are in our reality? What does that look like?
We genuinely need to be true and optimistic as people. Yeah. We weren't around in, us being in real estate, the crash that was, 2008, 2011.
Right.
This is nowhere close to that.
Right.
But yeah, it's a correction. We've been spoiled and blessed for the last 6-7 years or so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those things. There's too much noise out there and too much negativity, and being cynical and diving into that. It's the easiest thing to join that. You just got to take it day by day. Yeah. Focus. And that's when it comes down to discipline. And discipline isn't having wins every day. It's just doing what you know you need to do to get by every day.
Yeah.
And it's that. And most importantly, surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals. If I didn't have a handful of people, 3-4 people in my life who didn't view it that way, then I'd be right there struggling too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that most important part is cut those people out of your life, personally, business-wise, who aren't there and the goals do not align, or they're just negative and pessimistic. And some of the people I love the most in the entire world are like that. But family's family. Can't do anything about that. And but you just got to surround yourself with that.
Yeah. It's really interesting. The work of this season's looked a lot different for me than what I feel like it needs to, but I know in my soul what I need to work on in this season is not necessarily selling more houses. Even though I need to keep selling houses, I need to keep working on myself. This is a great season to do it. I need to keep working on my business. I need to keep working on maybe things that I thought to be true, and I need to re-examine what is true. Yeah. And I think we do that at certain points of our life, but at some point we stop. Yeah. And to me, like when we stop that's when we stop being a kid. That's when we stop growing. Like I want us to be little kids with ourselves. Like why do we do that? I want us to look at business fundamentals or ideas in this next season and be like, I know we've done that, but why? And do we need to keep doing that, or is there something else that we can do? I don't know. Just
but to always be in a place to where you want to grow and are growing, and you're challenging and you're questioning everything. Yes. Yeah. Because we shouldn't ever get to a place to where we're stagnant or comfortable. Yeah. Like there's so many people that Ed Milet talks about this, especially in our industry. We have those people. You and I, we've talked about this numerous times. Yes. I've been in business 30 years. I'm like, have you been in the business 30 years, or have you been in the business 1 year 30 times? Like, what have you done? That's so good. What have you done? And like, you're doing the same thing.
How have you grown?
Yeah, how have you grown? You're doing the same thing. You're always doing the same thing. Yeah, that's nothing. So you're either in it. You decide how in life and business. Are you on the carousel and you're just be going round and round, or are you on the roller coaster? And the roller coaster is going to go. But you just got to decide which one you're going to take. No one takes the roller coaster because the roller coaster.
The carousel versus the roller coaster.
Yeah, the carousel's comfortable. That's comfortable. You know where you're going. The roller coaster is a nightmare. It's the highest highs and the lowest lows. It's a freaking nightmare.
It's it.
But it's like we talked about, the most rewarding thing on earth if you choose to go on it.
Yes,
Yeah.
dude.
But yeah, always be challenging, always be growing, but understand the journey of self-discovery through it all, and that we're constantly going to be growing.
Yeah.
Looking back at ourselves 2 years ago and being like, that guy sucked. He was like, I look at myself in 2022 and I'm like, that was the worst version of myself I could have possibly been. But I'm in these last 6 or so months on an incredible journey of self-discovery, of just growth, figuring out why I'm on this earth.
Yeah.
And then I happen to be in real estate and doing it. And so that's another vessel for it as well.
Well, and that's how I've had to look at real estate, dude. It's like, well, we say, oh, well, you don't wake up in the morning when you're 5 and you're like, I'm going to be a real estate agent, Mom.
No one.
Wait. Like, give me my little
no one on earth.
My realtor pin.
Yeah.
Like, that's...
Nar, baby. Yeah. Give me those dues. Yeah.
So it was like, and this is a little deeper, but I believe God led me into real estate because I didn't know what up from down, and he used even my present lusts to seduce me into where he needed me to be. And people are like, well, no, you don't understand. God will use all things, and he already has the full picture, so he is totally okay with that. And I wrestle with that. Like, that's a weird thing. I didn't get into real estate to do what I'm doing right now, but thank God he knew that I would be able to be here and come out of, because I've been through hell myself. I have not been proud of who I have been. I have been ashamed. I have been depressed. I have been everything that is really opposite of when you look me up online that you would see. And so I feel like the Shawn team and really who we all are as individuals, the coming out party for all of these straight white men is really being true and letting people know who we are and being okay with it.
Yeah.
I want to touch a little bit on that about that because I recently thought about like what got me into real estate. And it was to make money, to like be known and stuff like that, right? That's what initially got me into it, right?
Some clout, be known.
BS. Yeah.
But like you said, 2 years ago, I look back and I'm like, dang, I'm so glad I'm not that person anymore because I wasn't happy, but I know what you mean about like goal setting. Yeah. Like my goals was to sell 20 homes to make 100,000.
Right.
Yeah.
This year looks completely different. Yeah. I think if you're listening to this and your goal is to make money and to do all that stuff, that's cool and all, but it goes back to kind of like, because that story frightened me too about the coach. Like, once you get there, what's next, right? But I think what people need to realize is it's not about money. It's not about this. It's about, and we were talking about this, buying time back. Yeah. It's all about buying your time back.
Yeah.
And I think real estate is a vessel for me in the sense of like, I've grown so much more as an individual, learning like what's right from wrong.
Yes.
Than I have in real estate.
And
we're doing so much, but yet I haven't learned as much as I have about myself.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
and it makes us better at real estate because we connect better.
We truly care.
We're just becoming better all
We're not
around.
checked out.
Yeah, we're not choked out.
Yeah. I don't know if it's John Maxwell or Tony Robbins, one of the two, but it's a quote. I'm not where I want to be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah. Amen to that. Like that's.
And I struggled. I would say in my past, I would say amen to that, but would be absolutely terrified of actually living it.
Yeah. That's such a great point.
And I am just barely getting to understand that my soul and spirit is catching up with my mouth, and I've had to fake it for a long time to actually make it far enough to figure it out. And it has been the most sincerest, deepest relationship that I've ever had. And it's with myself and God. And I claimed, I got, saved back at Hume Lake in junior high, but all sorts of life and stuff happened and I've fallen in and out. I feel like I am barely getting to understand who God actually is because I had a fabricated version of God from everything I had learned. And by the grace of God, he brought me into real estate and it's like, I'm going to discover, you're going to get to figure out who you are, who people are, and who I am. Yeah. Even though, because I know you're trying and it just doesn't add up, but I know you're trying and I'm going to honor that. And so, like, it's really wild how much more patient God can be with us and our goals and even our purpose.
Yeah.
And that he has already done it,
Mm-hmm.
but he'll still give us free will to be able to explore it however we want and even believe whatever we want along the way.
Yeah.
Even about him, he's not insecure about it.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're to be called to be like him, we can't be insecure either about the kooky, weird, I'm sad and depressed today, but I'm happy and on top of it tomorrow. And I tried to hide that my whole life, and it killed me. The incongruency. That, want to talk about what kills a soul? It's not money. It's not pride. It's being different people in different locations at different times. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So as a believer, I can't even be right with God until I start getting real about that.
Yeah.
Like, let's get real.
Yeah.
Because until I can get real, I can't even build anything of truth or that's worth anything.
Yeah.
Even my relationship with God is on sand if I don't understand these things, you know?
Mm.
And so my relationship with God has gotten exponentially deeper because I've been willing to ask those questions, and he's finally giving me the courage to come and talk about it openly like this. I've been in real estate 10 years. I've hidden all of my problems. I've gone through so much stuff. I've hidden so much because of perception, being misunderstood. And the coming out is we're going to just start being real because the world needs us.
Mm-hmm.
The world needs real.
Yeah.
Should we just talk about the Republican debate a couple nights ago? Just going down.
I love that one guy. What's his name?
Vivek.
Yeah,
38-year-old?
I love that guy, dude.
I knew you were.
He's just trying to be a little Trump, but that's fine.
He's like, this is the greatest marketing ploy that I could ever pull for my companies and myself and my brands.
Genius.
Just like the Major Williams did that for California.
Yeah.
Totally just
Yeah.
used it to gain a following of white conservatives with money.
Yeah.
I love those people.
I identify. There's a lot of race involved with race.
Reese is close to race, so we'll call it Reeseism.
I'm down with that.
Oh, friggin' A. I love it. All right, I'm down to play the game. All right, let's get it started with some fun gaming action. Legal gaming. This clip brought to you by PokerStars.net. Legal California betting online
Sponsored.
24/7. PokerStars.net. Your one stop for all your bets.
Not sponsored.
Woo!
Also, Las Vegas is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vegas, baby.
Vegas, baby. Oh, okay. Dang it. We have the game to play right now, but can we just say real quick, I just need Michael. All right. No. Yes. I need all three of your guys' favorite part about Vegas.
Scarlet
Ooh.
Lounges for sure.
Yeah, my favorite.
8 Lounge, I think.
8 Lounge. That was a cool night, but I think was the night before the night we
The
shut down
Wynn.
Overlook at the Wynn
Yeah,
until like 3 in the morning.
Fun.
That was my
That was a
favorite
great.
night, yeah.
That was my favorite night.
Smoking cigars.
We were there till
Yeah, until 3. We shut it
in the
down.
morning, yeah.
We shut it down. That was incredibly
That was so
just
fun.
talk about Nirvana.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, that was
was fun.
absolute. Just an
Talk about-
beautiful
I could
night.
do it again.
Talk about things that don't make sense with all of
Exactly.
the things that I've done.
Yeah.
Smoking cigars just hasn't been one of them.
Yeah.
So maybe you boys will help me get there. You know,
We're getting you there, big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
more of that rugged Marlboro Red kind of man. I don't know if you guys saw,
I
but
need some camels.
I got this. The old rumbly, grumbly voice comes out. Oh, me and the boys met down in the corner, had ourselves a pop.
That's what it's going to sound like in 2 years. Oh my goodness.
All right, Caleb, what game we got today? Oh, dang it. Keep going. I only did Michael's favorite part of Vegas. Right? Or did
No,
all
we were
of
all
you?
cigar. We were all
All
same.
of it was the
Overlook
cigar
and
stuff,
Lounge
Overlook.
the night before. Yeah.
Okay, we're good. All right, Caleb, what do we got?
All right. It's rapid fire, word association.
Yes.
You don't have to know the meaning of the word. What is the first thing that comes to mind when I say the word?
Gosh dang it.
Okay, so do we need to repeat so everyone
We
heard
have to
that?
be careful.
Okay, so it's rapid fire, word association. What'd you say next, Caleb?
We have to say the first thing that comes to our mind when we hear the word, correct? Yeah.
This is going to be really dangerous with Reese. I was literally thinking of. Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm down.
All right. First word. Apologize.
Honesty.
Too late.
Take your time, Lewis.
We just have to say one word.
Yeah.
Oh, mine's 2 words.
Mine is 2 words. I
Mine's
just did it.
F. No.
Jeez, there's some level of
Can I explain-
narcissism.
Well, hey,
out there
there's
there's some honesty. I appreciate.
I love it.
Can I explain my reasoning for that?
This
Okay.
is a rapid fire round, sir.
Oh, sorry.
Blake, did you say any? Pip?
I
Is that what
just
you
said
said?
I just said poop, but it was just because I was trying
Should
to
we
say.
repeat the word before we say it on the mic?
Oh, that's right. We can't even really count this round, huh?
And
So let's
that was
and
a
the
practice
password
round.
is what was the word again?
let's start over.
Apologize.
And the password is apologize.
Too late.
Thank you.
Honesty.
I'm gonna change mine. Sure.
I probably love sure the most.
Yeah, that defines
That-
Lewis's entire personality
that-
right there.
And
Sure,
defines.
which is his response to almost everything on Earth.
Yeah.
Lewis, how you doing today? Sure. All right. Well, Mr. Melancholy over here. All right.
No, it's that tonality king.
It is.
Yeah.
That
Tonality king, bro.
yeah.
Real
That should
quick.
be the name of your YouTube channel.
TK.
We were at the Win real quick, and we were smoking cigars, and I was like in the zone. Everyone was talking, but I wasn't talking. I was in the zone, and then Michael tapped me. He's like, "Dude, shut up! You're talking too much, man." Or you? What'd you say?
I said, hey, can you shut the hell up? I can't get a word in edgewise around here.
Yeah, it's good.
That's a good line.
Oh my.
All right,
gosh.
what's the next word?
Embarrassing.
And the password is embarrassing.
Jeans.
Cool.
Damn.
All I can think of is, huh?
Sure and huh. Sure and huh. It's the circle of life. All right, what's the next word?
All right, next word. Vicious.
And the password is vicious.
Tigers.
Bears.
Koala.
I don't know why I got on animals, but mine was gonna be. I couldn't think of the word white Bengal. White Bengal tiger.
That's incredible. We all thought of that.
White Bengal tiger. Here's why.
Do you actually have a story?
I wrote a paper
My.
on white Bengal tigers. They're an extinct. No.
Endangered.
Endangered.
I'm going to hunt that tiger down and kill it.
And for whatever reason, when Snoop Dogg came out with his spirit animal thing, that he was like, whatever.
Right.
I was like, I wonder if I was supposed to be a white Bengal tiger.
Question. Have you guys seen...
Just so everyone knows, Reese raises his hands for a question, regardless of where he's at, where, with who. Keep going, Reese.
have you guys seen that video of Snoop Dogg watching the horse? When
Reese, if it's his...
Race.
When the horse is walking, he goes... I can't even... He's like... Oh, I don't even know. I'll have to show you the video.
The amount of
later.
free time Reese has is unbelievable.
Yeah. He said...
Reese is
he
a
said,
content creator.
I got to get this full on a video. What does he say? He's like, that horse is crip walking, cuh. And the horse is like...
I think I've seen that video.
Okay, this is not...
I've
the one
seen
was-
that
that's good.
video. Yeah, it's
That's-
not worth mentioning on a podcast, but I have seen that video before.
It's so funny, dude.
Oh, I freaking love
What's
that.
the next word?
Yeah, what's the next word?
The next word is cathartic.
And the password is cathartic.
Fart.
Penis.
Now.
Cuh. Like, what's up, cuh? No? That's what I got out of it.
Now.
Now.
What is cathartic? That just rant, you know? I don't even know.
So I said penis because it sounded like catheter.
Next word,
That's
please.
What's the next word?
I like that. This game is supposed to point out like exactly what Neurons fire off.
It's just personality traits.
Well, did talk about coming out.
Yeah.
Penis. Speaking of penis,
Remember when we were playing
in
that game in
Vegas.
Vegas?
Yeah.
We were walking down.
Bro,
We were
I
walking
couldn't
from
walk faster.
Topgolf. We were walking down from Topgolf through the MGM Grand, and Blake and I started playing the penis game in the middle of Vegas. I didn't
So
win.
when we talk about that we are children, we are not kidding.
Yeah, no.
We're
dead
children.
Serious.
In
Yeah.
public and out of public.
Yeah, all public.
Congruent, baby.
Yeah.
Talk about congruency.
Yeah.
About as congruent as you can get.
And
Penis.
there were these two. There was this group of girls that were walking in front of us, and Blake and I would yell it, and then they would look back, and then we'd be like, "What?" Like looking back too. That was funny, dude.
That's great.
It's just honest fun.
Yeah.
In Vegas.
In Vegas.
It's as
All
good as
right.
honest fun as you
And
can
honestly,
have
I'm
in
yelling
Vegas.
this word. We are in a co-working space at an office. I might get in trouble. I don't know, but I live on the edge for you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for your sacrifice.
All right.
Still-
What's the next word?
Next word.
The next word is labor.
The password is labor. To Larry.
Oh, I know it. You have to say it.
No.
Just do
I'm
it.
not gonna say it. I'm gonna go with shovel.
It's not. I don't. Okay. I'm going to go with placenta.
What?
That's good. That's the first across the table fist bump during this entire segment. That's incredible. Lewis?
Birth.
See, I like, you know what? Fathers.
Yeah.
Happy late Father's Day to everyone out there.
Yes. Amen.
What's the next word?
The next word is bomb.
The password is
no.
bomb.
No. Oh gosh. Reese.
Oppenheimer.
Oh, good one. Great
Okay.
movie.
.com.
Wow.
Japan.
In theme with Oppenheimer. All right, what's the next word?
Have you guys seen? No, never mind. That's it.
We might,
We don't need
have to
any
cut. We might
Reese's
have to
out.
cut that one.
We're cutting that one.
I said Oppenheimer. That wasn't bad. This fool's the one that brought up Japan.
Because of their food.
Back on, baby. The save. All right, what do we got?
All right.
Dude.
Oh yeah, this is good.
And the password is why am I confused? Soliloquy.
Yeah,
And
there
the
it is.
password is soliloquy.
The Sound of Music.
Poem.
That's
Sicilian.
The hills are alive.
I give that one. I'll take that. Yeah. All right, I like it.
What's the next word?
All right. Last word.
Last
Dang
word.
it, this is so fun.
Audacious.
And the password is audacious.
Vivacious.
Threatening.
I don't know why I thought of LaFonda from the plane.
Yes, I like that.
Rico.
Rico, Uncle.
Yeah.
Uncle.
Uncle Rico.
Rico.
Oh,
We're
yes.
pretty close.
Heck yeah. Well, I love it. That was the last word, Caleb. I don't know. The cameras probably can't see. We'll make sure to take a pic after this with all of our hats on.
Yeah. Oh,
But
true.
we all have customized hats
Yeah.
from our friend Michael Massey. For the entrepreneurs who do hang on for the little nuggets that we do spill in the midst of this chaos soup. Michael is a killer personal brander. He understands the power of a personal brand. Like us, I think figuring it out on what does that look like to be translated. If people wanted to follow you, Michael, where do they go?
Instagram is Mike E. Massey, 2 E's, MikeEEMassey. Shoot me a follow.
Beautiful.
Feel free to DM. I respond to DMs, and yeah.
Beautiful.
And
Do you
you-
slide in any DMs?
I don't slide in DMs, no.
No.
That's just you, Reese, right now.
It's true.
I remember when I was 21.
Yeah.
20? 21?
21.
18? Fantastic.
Amen. Amen to that.
I'm the best
And there,
at it.
if anyone is friends with me, Michael is one of my pinned posts. We did a video together over in Paso Robles.
Yes.
We have another listing coming up in Paso that we'll hopefully be able to do something fun
couple
on
weeks.
that we'll have to figure out.
Yeah.
And We also have some fun videos together on my YouTube channel from way back in Paso days.
In the day.
Yeah, some fun stuff. I feel like we're getting back to our roots in some of those things, even like the videos that it's just fun. Fun. So you can check him out on my stuff, but follow him. He posts every day you have some sort of little video or something?
Every other day, posting short
okay.
form, but yeah, I'm active on it daily.
That is awesome.
Yeah, you are.
Cool. And then Reese, Lewis, y'all got Instagrams too, right?
At Reese Sapien.
REECSAPIEN.
Check out my links. Look at all my videos. Give me some love. Carson,
I don't remember my Instagram handle.
It's Luis22.
You can also find Reese and Lewis on my Instagram.
Yeah.
Blake J. Shawn.
Yeah.
Because the J page really makes me feel distinguished. Any contract over $1 million, I put my middle initial.
Are you serious? That's unbelievable. I'm going to start doing that.
Blake J. Shawn only signs $1 million contracts.
You're right.
But Blake Shawn will sign just about damn near anything else. He is a hoe for deals.
Oh my God. I can't wait to see what Michael E. Massey starts signing.
Right, dude?
Goodness.
That's going to be like 10 million
full
plus.
Michael Evan. I might just do Michael Evan Massey full. Sounds good.
That's powerful, dude.
That's powerful.
Evan is distinguished, kind of like Jeffrey, if you look at it the right way.
Yes, if you look at it the right way.
You know, my middle
head.
name. My middle name is Michael. Did you know that?
I didn't know, but that's great to know, Reese.
Uncle?
Michael.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, yeah, it is.
Reese Michael Sapien. Named after Michael Massey. Yeah.
Oh,
really? Well,
that is cool.
I'm not going to say that.
What?
Nothing.
What were we going to say?
You don't want
You're not old enough.
True. Yeah.
Well, I think that's all we got for this episode of the Not So Real Estate Podcast. Michael, say what up to everyone again.
What's up, everyone? I love you. Can't wait to be back.
Yeah, how soon, Michael? How soon you want to be back?
Very soon, within the next 30 days.
I love that. If you guys would love to see Michael Massey, just hit us up. Comment. Say he's cute. Say he looks like Canelo. Comment. Do something to spread the word. But we love Michael Massey, and we think you will too. So follow along. Talk soon, fam. Mwah!
Well, that was fun.